Let's talk about Canada, the polite, hockey-loving neighbor who keeps things quiet. It's the country known for its friendly faces, endless forests, and a reputation for saying sorry even when it's not our fault. But don't be fooled by the calm exterior. Underneath that gentle surface, there's a current of creativity and determination that runs deep. While others make noise, we're in the basement tinkering. We're the quiet inventors, building solutions out of sight, but never out of mind. Our vast distances and harsh winters have always forced us to be creative. When the snow piles up and the roads disappear, you learn to adapt. When the corner store is 100 kilometers away and buried in snow, you have to invent solutions. Necessity isn't just the mother of invention here, it's a way of life. Innovation is in our DNA, right next to our love for maple syrup. It's passed down at the breakfast table, along with stories of making do and making better. For every sorry, there's a brilliant idea. Canadians are humble, but our ideas speak volumes. Canadians have changed how you talk, watch movies, and even how your heart beats. Our inventions quietly shape the world, often without fanfare. Our inventions are practical, resourceful, and quietly genius. They're built to last, to help, and to make life just a little bit easier. This isn't about bragging, it's about setting the record straight. It's time to shine a light on the minds behind the maple leaf. We're pulling back the curtain on Canadian ingenuity, from the screw that won't strip to science that unlocked the human brain. These are stories of quiet revolutions. It's a story of curiosity, perseverance, and a knack for seeing a problem and finding a solution. Canadians don't just accept challenges, they embrace them. This story is still being written, every day, from St. John's to Victoria. From coast to coast, innovation is alive and well. So grab a double-double and let's get started. There's a lot more to Canada than meets the eye. You might be surprised by what you find. Welcome to Canada's workshop, where quiet minds build remarkable things. Let's start with the basics. Canadian inventions you can't live without. Every day, whether you realize it or not, you're surrounded by ideas that were born right here in Canada. The telephone? Alexander Graham Bell dreamed it up in Brantford, Ontario, inspired by the Grand River. It was in this small Canadian town that the first words ever spoken over a telephone line echoed into history. It was a Canadian solution to a Canadian problem, connecting vast distances that ended up connecting the world. The telephone shrank continents and brought people together, no matter how far apart. Next, time itself. Sir Sandford Fleming, frustrated by chaotic train schedules, proposed standard time, 24 time zones for the globe. Before this, every town kept its own time, making travel confusing and dangerous. A Canadian organized time for everyone. That's peak problem solving. His idea brought order to the chaos, and today, the world still runs on Fleming's vision. The light bulb? Before Edison, Canadians Henry Woodward and Matthew Evans patented a reliable incandescent bulb in 1874. Their invention lit up the darkness and sparked a revolution in how we live after sunset. They sold the patent to Edison, who commercialized it, but the bright idea started in Toronto. Canadian innovation was the spark that set the world aglow, and the Robertson Screwdriver, Peter L. Robertson's square-socket screw from Ontario, made building faster and safer. Its design meant fewer slips and strip screws, making it a favorite among builders. Henry Ford used it in his Model T, saving time and money. The efficiency of the Robertson screw helped revolutionize mass production. The Robertson screw is a perfect example of Canadian ingenuity. Simple, practical, and just plain better. It's a small tool with a huge impact, still used around the world today. These inventions may seem small, but they've shaped the modern world. They're the foundation for so much of what we take for granted. Canadians see a problem and quietly build a solution. It's a tradition of rolling up our sleeves and getting to work no matter how big the challenge. From phones to screws, our ideas are everywhere. You'll find Canadian thinking in the smallest details of daily life. We don't always get the credit, but we're always in the details. Our fingerprints are on the tools and technologies that keep the world moving. That's the Canadian way. Make it work, make it better. Quietly, persistently, we keep improving the world around us. Our inventions are the building blocks of modern life. They're the silent partners in your daily routine, making things easier, safer, and brighter. And we're just getting started. The next generation of Canadian inventors is already dreaming up what comes next. Next up, how Canadian breakthroughs have saved lives. Let's dive into medicine. Stay tuned. Canadian ingenuity shines brightest in medicine. We've made discoveries that saved millions and changed how we understand the human body. Our breakthroughs are stories of teamwork, relentless dedication, and a drive to help others. From diabetes to brain science, Canadians tackled the toughest challenges with limited resources and a spirit of collaboration. Our medical innovations are gifts to the world, shared freely to improve lives everywhere. Let's look at some of these life-changing breakthroughs. In the 1920s, type 1 diabetes was a death sentence until a small Toronto lab changed everything. At that time, there was no effective treatment, and families watched helplessly as loved ones faded away. The world was desperate for a solution. Frederick Banting, a young surgeon with relentless curiosity, had a hunch about a hormone in the pancreas that could hold the key to saving lives. With Professor MacLeod's support and student Charles Best's help, Banting set out to isolate the mysterious substance insulin. The trio worked day and night, driven by hope and urgency. Their lab was primitive, with only the most basic equipment, but their determination was unstoppable. Every setback only fueled their resolve. They injected their extract into a diabetic dog. Its blood sugar dropped dramatically. It was the breakthrough they needed, a moment that proved their theory could work. Biochemist James Collip soon joined the team, bringing new expertise to purify the extract for human use, making it safe for patients. In 1922, Leonard Thompson, a dying teenager, became the first person to receive insulin. Against all odds, he recovered, giving hope to millions. News of the miracle spread worldwide. Toronto had turned a fatal disease into a manageable one. The world watched in awe as lives were saved. Banting, Best, and Collip sold the patent to the University of Toronto for $1 each, ensuring insulin would be affordable and accessible to all who needed it. They weren't in it for profit. They wanted to save lives, and their selflessness set a new standard for medical discovery. Banting and MacLeod won the Nobel Prize and shared the money with Best and Collip, recognizing the team effort behind the discovery. The discovery of insulin remains one of Canada's greatest gifts to the world, saving countless lives every single day. It's a testament to teamwork, perseverance, and profound humanity, a story of what's possible when people unite for a greater good. Canadian innovation, at its best, puts people first, inspiring generations of scientists and doctors to follow in their footsteps. And it changed the world forever, proving that compassion and science together can create miracles. The cardiac pacemaker, another Canadian breakthrough, was born from a happy accident. In the 1940s, Dr. Wilfred Bigelow and Dr. John Callahan were researching open-heart surgery. Engineer John Hobbs discovered that an electrical impulse could restart a stopped heart. He built the world's first external pacemaker, a clunky device but a lifesaver. This work paved the way for modern implantable pacemakers that save millions of lives. Meanwhile, Canadian doctors at Toronto's Hospital for Sick Children tackled infant malnutrition. They invented Pablum, the world's first pre-cooked vitamin-enriched infant cereal. Easy to prepare and packed with nutrients, Pablum dramatically reduced childhood diseases. The patent funded more research, multiplying its impact. Like insulin, these innovations were driven by a desire to solve public health crises. Canadian solutions shared with the world have saved countless lives. It's practical compassion in action. That's the Canadian way. Canadians have always found ways to connect across vast distances. Reginald Fessenden from Quebec made the world's first radio broadcast in 1906, sending music and voice over the airwaves. Decades later, Canadian filmmakers invented IMAX, creating the world's most immersive movie experience. Our ambition reached space with the Canadarm, a robotic marvel that helped build the International Space Station. Astronauts called it indispensable. And then there's the BlackBerry. Before the iPhone, it was the smartphone, putting email and messaging in your pocket. Canadians have consistently shrunk the world, from radio to robotic arms. Our inventions connect, entertain, and empower. We don't just keep up, we lead. Quietly, of course. That's Canadian tech, practical, powerful, and everywhere. And we're not done yet. Not all Canadian inventions are about saving lives or exploring space. Some just make life better. Take the snowmobile. Joseph Armand Bombardier turned Quebec's winter hardship into a global industry and a new sport. basketball, invented by Canadian James Naismith to keep students active indoors. The paint roller, garbage bag, Wonder Bra, and even the improved zipper, all Canadian solutions to everyday problems. These inventions may seem small, but they've changed how we live, work, and play. Canadians see a need and quietly build a better way. It's practical ingenuity at its finest. We don't need a parade, just a job well done. From snow to sports to simple chores, Canadian ideas are everywhere. We make life easier one invention at a time. That's the Canadian touch, and it's in the details. Canadian innovation isn't just mechanical or medical, it's agricultural too. On the prairies, Sir Charles Saunders developed Marquis wheat, which ripened faster and fed millions. It transformed Canada into a breadbasket for the world. In the 1970s, scientists Baldur Stephenson and Keith Downey created canola, healthy, versatile, and now a global staple. Canola oil started as a Canadian experiment and became a multi-billion-dollar industry. These breakthroughs didn't just feed Canadians, they improved diets and economies worldwide. Canadian agriculture is about smart solutions for tough environments. We turn challenges into opportunities. Quietly, we help feed the world. Our fields and labs are as innovative as our workshops. Canadian ingenuity grows everywhere, and the world is better for it. So, there you have it. A quick tour through Canada's Hall of Innovation. From the telephone to the Canadarm, our quiet ingenuity shapes the world. We're practical dreamers, solving problems with teamwork and creativity. Today, Canadian innovators lead in AI, green tech, and medicine. The garage tinkering never stopped, it just got more high-tech. Our multicultural cooperative spirit is our secret weapon. The next world-changing idea might be taking shape right now in a lab or garage across Canada. The story isn't over, it's just getting started. So next time you use your phone or butter your toast, remember the Canadian mind behind it. That's something worth raising a butter tart to.